Listen closely. Wealth does not arrive slowly. Wealth does not wander. Wealth does not hesitate. It responds swiftly, powerfully, and obediently to the mind that knows its worth. Your prosperity is not waiting in some far-off future. Your abundance is not hidden behind some distant door. It stands right beside you, ready to surge into your life the moment you decide that wealth belongs to you. The universe moves fast when you stop moving in fear. Today, I remind you, you are not chasing wealth. Wealth is chasing you. It searches for the one who believes, the one who speaks with authority, the one who expects miracles as easily as breath. Say it with conviction, everything I desire is rushing toward me now. Because the moment you claim abundance, the spiritual laws begin to rearrange circumstances in your favor. Opportunities rise from places you never looked. People appear who carry answers you didn't know you needed. Ideas flow that unlock doors you couldn't open before. Wealth manifests quickly when your inner vibration aligns with abundance, not fear. Everything you attract begins with your energetic state. Your thoughts, emotions, and expectations create the atmosphere that either pulls prosperity toward you or pushes it away. Most people believe wealth is something they must chase, fight for, or earn through constant strain. But in truth, wealth is always responding to the signal you broadcast. When your inner world is filled with doubt, scarcity, and anxiety, even the greatest opportunities slip through your fingers because your vibration is not in harmony with receiving. Fear tells the universe, I am not ready, I do not trust, or I don't believe more is available for me. That message slows everything down. It blocks the channels and delays the manifestations waiting to enter your life. But the moment you shift your emotional frequency from fear to certainty, everything changes. Wealth arrives faster because you are no longer resisting it. You step into a flow where ideas come easily, solutions show up naturally, and opportunities align themselves around you without force. Prosperity does not respond to desperation. It responds to clarity and confidence. When you know that abundance is your natural state, you stop worrying about when money will come, how it will come, or through which person it will come. You understand that wealth is already circulating around you, waiting for your inner permission to enter. Your vibration is that permission. When you begin to feel abundant before the evidence arrives, you activate the spiritual law that brings outer results into harmony with your inner belief. This is why many people who live in fear always experience delays, while those who practice unwavering trust often seem to manifest with speed. They have learned that emotion shapes reality. A wealthy mindset communicates a wealthy signal, and that signal attracts wealthy outcomes. Everything begins with the energy you hold the moment you wake up. If you start your day thinking about what you lack, you reinforce the vibration of scarcity. But if you begin your morning declaring abundance, feeling gratitude, and expecting divine supply, the universe must respond in accordance with that vibration. Wealth is not random. It is not selective. It is obedient to the law of alignment. And alignment happens the instant you replace fear with faith and worry with knowing. When you shift into a state of inner abundance, you no longer cling to money or obsess about results. You move with ease, make decisions with confidence, and trust the invisible forces working on your behalf. You attract people who support your goals, ideas that expand your prosperity, and moments of favor that accelerate your progress. Wealth flows to the mind that believes it deserves it, welcomes it, and expects it. The energy of abundance is powerful, magnetic, and immediate. And when your inner world vibrates with that energy, wealth begins to move toward you, not slowly, but swiftly, naturally, and without resistance. Words carry creative power, and speaking abundance commands the unseen forces to organize blessings. Every word that leaves your mouth shapes the landscape of your life. Most people speak without realizing they are planting seeds, seeds that either grow into prosperity or grow into problems. When you speak of lack, when you complain about money, when you repeat stories of struggle, you are unknowingly commanding those very conditions to continue. Your words are not just sounds, they are spiritual instructions. They go out into the world, gather matching experiences, and return them to you multiplied. This is why some people remain stuck in the same financial patterns. They speak them into existence day after day. But the moment you change your language, you change your life. When you speak abundance, you set powerful forces into motion. You are giving the universe a clear directive. Arrange circumstances in my favor. Bring increase. Open doors. The words you choose either open the gates of prosperity or keep them tightly shut. Speaking abundance is not wishful thinking. It is a declaration that reshapes your reality. The tongue is a magnet, and the energy you release through your words draws experiences back into your life at the same frequency. Speak struggle, attract struggle. Speak wealth, attract wealth. It is impossible to plant seeds of scarcity and reap a harvest of abundance. There is a spiritual law that responds to your words with precision. When you say, I am blessed, money flows to me easily, opportunities are all around me. You are sending a signal of certainty and readiness. That certainty becomes a blueprint. The universe begins organizing people, situations, ideas, and resources to match your declaration. A path that once seemed blocked suddenly opens. Solutions that felt out of reach appear effortlessly. You find yourself in the right place at the right time, meeting the right person, hearing the right idea, receiving the right opportunity. Your words act as a command to unseen forces that rearrange everything in your favor. This is why speaking abundance must become a daily practice. Consistency is power. It is not enough to speak wealth once. You must speak it until your mind believes it, until your energy matches it, until your life reflects it. When you speak abundance with conviction, you feel the shift within yourself. Doubt fades, fear weakens. Your confidence rises. You begin to expect good things, and expectation is a magnet in itself. The moment you speak wealth, your spirit straightens, your mind strengthens, and your entire energy field begins pulling prosperity toward you. Words create momentum. One positive declaration can redirect an entire day. One strong affirmation can shift your mood, your vibration, your mindset, and eventually your circumstances. Your life follows your speech. When your words become rich, powerful, and aligned with prosperity, your reality begins transforming to match them. Speak abundance boldly, consistently, and with unwavering authority, and watch as blessings rush to meet the command of your voice. Faith must be practiced, not imagined, and wealth comes when doubt is replaced with unwavering trust. True manifestation does not respond to half belief or hesitant hope. It responds to a deep inner knowing that what you desire is already moving toward you. Many people say they have faith, but when circumstances shift, when delays appear, or when challenges rise, their confidence collapses. That is not faith. It is wishful thinking. Real faith stands firm even when nothing in the physical world seems to support it. It is a steady flame that does not flicker in the winds of uncertainty. It is the spiritual anchor that keeps you aligned with abundance, no matter what the outer world displays. Wealth manifests quickly for those who understand that faith is an action, a decision, a daily practice. It is waking up and choosing to trust that unseen forces are at work in your favor. It is walking through your day with the expectation that blessings are on their way. It is refusing to let fear, worry, or temporary delays convince you that you are forgotten. Faith is not passive. It is active energy. It is motion. It is the invisible hand that pushes open doors long before you see them. When you practice faith, you stop micromanaging the universe. You release the need to know every detail and trust that the path will unfold step by step. You no longer panic if money has not yet arrived or if opportunities seem quiet. Instead, you declare with certainty, everything I need is coming. Everything that belongs to me is on its way. That declaration shifts your entire vibration from fear into alignment. And once aligned, the universe accelerates. Doubt slows everything down. It sends mixed signals that confuse the very forces trying to bless you. One moment you believe wealth is coming, and the next you worry that it won't. That internal contradiction blocks the flow. But the moment you replace doubt with firm, unshakable trust, the channels open wide. Faith speeds up manifestation. Doubt delays it. Many people never receive the abundance waiting for them because they quit believing too soon. They let circumstances dictate their trust. They forget that the invisible realm moves long before results show up in the physical world. Faith is powerful because it transforms your entire state of being. When you trust fully, you think differently, walk differently, speak differently. You make decisions with boldness instead of fear. You take action instead of hesitating. You recognize opportunities instead of overlooking them. You say yes to possibilities instead of shrinking back. Faith sharpens your intuition and strengthens your confidence. It makes you magnetic to wealth because it places you in a state of readiness and expectation. Wealth aligns with those who believe they already possess it in spirit. When your inner certainty becomes stronger than your outer circumstances, the universe has no choice but to deliver what you expect. Faith does not wait for proof, it creates proof. It does not wait for signs, it becomes the sign. When you practice faith daily through your words, your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions, you activate a divine momentum that brings abundance swiftly and surely into your life. You cannot think rich and act poor, because the universe listens not only to your thoughts, but also to the actions that follow them. Wealth responds to alignment, the harmony between what you believe internally and how you move externally. When your mindset is strong, but your actions are timid, hesitant, or rooted in fear, you send a mixed signal. You are saying, I believe abundance is coming, yet behaving as though it never will. This contradiction slows down manifestation. But the moment your actions rise to match your belief, the universe responds instantly. It begins rearranging circumstances, opening doors, and connecting you with the people, resources, and opportunities that match your level of boldness. Bold action is the language of a wealthy mindset. It communicates confidence, readiness, and expectation. When you take steps toward your vision, even small ones, you declare to the universe, I am prepared for increase, and preparation is a magnetic force. It pulls results into your life with speed. Whether it's making the call you've been avoiding, launching the idea you've been doubting, or stepping into the opportunity you've been postponing, every act of courage becomes a signal that abundance can now find you. Many people want wealth but remain frozen in fear, overthinking every move, waiting for perfect timing, perfect conditions, or perfect clarity. Yet wealth rarely comes to those who wait. It comes to those who move. Action breaks stagnation. Action dissolves fear. Action unlocks pathways that thinking alone cannot open. When you take bold steps, even if you are unsure of the outcome, you align yourself with the flow of prosperity. Movement invites momentum, and momentum is how wealth arrives fast. Bold action also activates intuition. When you dare to step forward, you begin to see possibilities you would have never noticed from a place of hesitation. Your mindset shifts, your energy sharpens, Ideas come more easily. Solutions reveal themselves. People who can help you seem to appear out of nowhere. This is not coincidence. It is the universe responding to your willingness to act in alignment with abundance. Acting poor, delaying decisions, shrinking from opportunities, playing small, sends a message of unworthiness. But acting rich, trusting yourself, investing in your growth, taking confident steps, sends a message of readiness. You begin to treat your dreams as real, and when you treat them as real, life responds as though they are. Wealth moves toward the person who acts as if they expect it. Your behavior becomes a magnet. Your decisions become declarations. Your courage becomes currency. Every bold action builds spiritual momentum. You begin to move with a new energy, an energy that says, I am capable, I am worthy, I am ready. This energy transforms your presence, your vibration, and your circumstances. You start attracting opportunities that match the level of your confidence. You begin entering rooms where abundance is natural. You step into conversations that shift your path. You find yourself making choices that elevate your life rather than limit it. When your actions finally match your wealthy mindset, the universe aligns with astonishing speed. Doors open without effort. People appear with answers. Resources show up at the perfect time. Things that once felt far away begin rushing toward you. This is the power of acting in harmony with abundance. You do not wait for wealth. You become the version of yourself who naturally attracts it. Gratitude multiplies wealth by shifting your consciousness into immediate abundance. When you express genuine appreciation for what you already have, you enter a state where you recognize the richness that surrounds you in every moment. This awareness is powerful because the universe responds to the energy you hold. If your heart is filled with thankfulness, you radiate a frequency that says, I am already blessed, I am already supplied, I am already favored. And the law of increase responds by giving you more of what matches that vibration. Gratitude is not just a polite feeling. It is a magnetic force that accelerates the arrival of money, opportunities, and blessings into your life. Most people believe gratitude is something you express after your desire is fulfilled. They wait for the big moment, the obvious breakthrough, or the dramatic change before giving thanks. But gratitude is most powerful before the evidence shows up. When you can thank the universe for wealth you have not yet seen, you prove that your faith is stronger than your circumstances. You activate a flow of abundance because your inner world is already celebrating what your outer world is preparing to manifest. Gratitude in advance is a spiritual signal that you trust the process, and trust speeds everything up. When you practice gratitude consistently, you train your mind to focus on what is working instead of what is missing. This shift in focus transforms your entire energy field. Worry dissolves, fear fades, stress loosens its grip. You begin to notice opportunities you would have overlooked before. You attract people who carry solutions, ideas that lead to prosperity, and moments of divine timing that open doors. Gratitude expands your awareness, and expansion always leads to increase. A grateful heart does not cling to money or obsess over scarcity. It understands that supply is always flowing, always circulating, always replenishing itself. Gratitude keeps you connected to that flow. Even when life moves slowly, even when circumstances seem uncertain, gratitude keeps you in a position of spiritual strength. It says, I am still blessed, I am still provided for, I am still moving toward more, and this mindset pulls abundance toward you with remarkable speed. The energy of gratitude also transforms your relationship with wealth. Instead of chasing it from a place of desperation, you welcome it from a place of peace. Instead of feeling anxious about money, you feel confident that more is always on the way. This confidence creates a calm, magnetic presence that draws prosperity. You become the type of person who naturally attracts good things not because you force them, but because your energy is aligned with receiving them. When gratitude becomes a daily practice, it shifts your identity. You begin to see yourself as someone who is always supported, always favored, always capable of creating abundance. This identity invites bigger blessings. You start expecting miracles instead of doubting them. You speak with more authority, act with more confidence, and make decisions that reflect trust rather than fear. Gratitude creates an inner wealth that material wealth cannot help but follow. The more grateful you are, the faster wealth flows into your life. Gratitude multiplies everything it touches. It turns ordinary moments into opportunities, challenges into breakthroughs, and small blessings into larger ones. When you choose gratitude, even in the smallest ways, you activate a spiritual momentum that draws abundance to you with speed, ease, and certainty. And so, as you stand in the power of your own alignment, remember this: wealth is not a distant dream, nor a reward reserved for a chosen few. It is a living energy that responds to your vibration, your words, your faith, your actions, and your gratitude. You are not waiting for abundance. It has been waiting for you. The moment you claim it, the moment you trust it, the moment you act as though it is already yours, the universe moves with breathtaking speed to deliver it. Walk forward today with certainty, speak with authority, believe without hesitation, act with boldness, and give thanks for every blessing seen and unseen. Your wealth is already on its way, gathering momentum, gathering power, gathering form. Step into the world knowing that you are favored, supported, and destined for increase. Your abundance is not coming someday. Your abundance is unfolding now. Open your arms, open your heart, and receive it.